Welcome to WreccsRadio.
These niggas act like they don't know me, but when they winning, they get close. Acting like we homies, but no, you not my bro. I heard that you had my name in your mouth, but when I come around, you don't know what I'm talking about. You's a hater, and I seen your kind before. I suggest you slow your roll. Please stop. Ain't no use capping. We won't kick it like no Reeboks. One day your lights gon' run out. How you gonna restock? And don't be blowing up my phone like it's the weak spot. Tryna see what we got. Slow your roll, little homie. This ain't what you want, but to get your bread, little homie. The word on the block from a little bird, little homie. I'm here to motivate, but don't get hurt, little homie. Same word, little homie. Getting word, little homie. Your mama all at home, getting word, little homie. But my girl at home, and she ain't worried, little homie. I asked myself, and he ain't worried, little homie. These niggas act like they don't know me, but when they winning, they get close. Acting like we homies, but no, you not my bro. I heard that you had my name in your mouth, but when I come around, you don't know what I'm talking about. You's a hater, and I seen your kind before. I suggest you slow your roll. Yeah, you want it so bad. You lie, that you lie. Yeah, you want it so bad. That you lie, that you lie, that you lie. Want it so bad. That you lie, that you lie. Yeah, you want it so bad. That you lie, that you lie, that you lie.
Welcome to Booze and News, y'all. We're here at our drink break for episode number 7. It's your host, Jonathan Fleissner and Albert Deleon. We're about to show you how to make this week's custom cocktail, which I call the Bloody Mojito. This is one of Albert's favorite drinks that I've made for him before, right?
Oh man.
Oh man, it's so good.
All right, can you pick apart for me all of these leaves right here and just throw them into the shaker, please, sir? So what you're going to want is you're going to want some fresh mint, okay? This came right out my garden here, right here. And, before we forget, breaking into this segment, we had a track that came to us from a friend of ours that was submitted from WreccsRadio, a song called Please Stop. And that was some good jams. Got us right in the mood to get a little bit more fucked up. But you're getting fucked up today. Extra fucked up, right, Albert?
Extra fucked up.
All right. So while he's putting the mint in the shaker with the ice, I'm going to take a little bit of mint, and I'm going to put this in our glasses right here.
You can never have enough mint.
You need mint, that fresh mint. And this is spearmint, I believe. There's different kinds of mint. So, yeah, throw all these leaves in
So
there.
this is like the bubble gum.
So, all right, so we got that. Next thing we're going to want to do with the Bloody Mojito, right, once he gets all that mint in there, we're going to take our lime juice. Oh, and I forgot one more thing. So I think that's about good on mint.
Let's
yeah, it's
do
good.
it.
Can you go grab me that? There's like a mixing cup down there, a measuring cup that has that simple syrup we made in it.
Oh, down there?
Yeah, should be down on the counter in the kitchen.
You
All right.
It
It should in the measuring cup. It should be sitting on the counter. If not, let me know. So anyway, we're gonna take our lime juice, which is a ½ ounce. But since I'm making 2 cocktails, we're gonna go ahead and do a full ounce of lime juice. Full ounce of lime juice right there. Cool. We got the lime juice. Now we're gonna do our rum. For one, it is 2 ounces of rum, white rum. Yeah, just hold on to that real quick for me. 2 ounces of rum per cocktail. But since we're doing 2, it's going to be 4 ounces. Albert's about to get fucking tanked.
Yeah.
All right, we got our 4 ounces of rum there. All right, homie, I'm gonna trade you. Can you go? Oh, watch out! Go set this on the bar for me over there. All right. For the simple syrup, you just want a little bit of simple syrup to make it a little bit sweeter. It's a ½ ounce per cocktail, but we're gonna do 1 full ounce. I need you to set this over there for me too, so there's no knocked over.
And I made the simple syrup.
Albert made the simple syrup. That was the first time, huh?
That's the first time I ever made it.
Watch your headphones, but yeah, if you throw that over there. Cool. I'll get the camera back on. Just put that over there. The camera likes to go off and on to make my life harder. We're back. All right, we got the camera on. Can you set this over there too? All right, so we got our lime juice. We got simple syrup. We got rum. We're going to put it in this shaker. Okay? Where's the lid? We're going to shake the shit out of this, Albert. For a mojito, first thing you want to do is shake the shit out of that mix. Shake it. You want to make sure that this shaker is nice and frosted all over. Make sure that you can see when you get it really shaken up that the actual vessel itself is going to have frost growing on it. You know what I mean, bro? You know what I mean, Dom? You know what I'm saying?
Hell
So
yeah.
it's starting to get nice and frosty. Keep going a little bit. All right. Now we're going to take this and we're going to actually strain it over the crushed ice. I like to use crushed ice when I do a mojito. Okay, so we're going to strain this into these 2 vessels that we have here.
Damn, that looks good.
And it should, if we did it correctly, go right to the top of the ice. And we're going to top this with some soda. And I'm going to use, for this cocktail, the Bloody Mojito. I'll throw it over there. I'm going to give you this too, because you want to wait a second. Ooh. With this blood orange soda. Now, you can actually use, you can actually get blood oranges and make your own juice if you want to be like real avant-garde. And add it to just some Topo Chico or any kind of sparkling water soda. But this is a pre-mixture to make it easy for us. So we're going to top these off right here. It's going to be quite full, so we have to be careful. This table is jank with our blood orange soda. All right, bro. Will you take these over to the bar and set these down for us, please? And this jigger, too. And then garnish with just 2 lime wedges. Or a blood orange if you could find them. I couldn't happen to find actual blood oranges right now, which is a little odd. They're in season, typically in late fall, but I guess we're into straight winter now. So here you go, bud. Here's your cocktail.
This drink is so good.
That's what it looks like.
Damn.
And if you use actual blood orange, it will be darker than this, which is in the picture, you can tell it's a little bit darker. I like to take my lime, and I like to actually squeeze it in there, because I like a little bit more.
Let me squeeze my lime in it, too.
Yeah, here, I'll hold it for you.
Ooh. Look at that.
There you go. So there you go. That is the Bloody Mojito, y'all. So.
And that is
fucking good.
Damn good.
Fucking good. I'm helping Albert get a refined palate over here at Booze and News. He's starting to understand the finer cocktails of life.
Shit I've never had before.
So, but you love drinking.
I do.
Just to make sure we don't have a bunch of shit on the table, can you set that over there, like out of the way, on the ground? It's got a lot of beer in it. You don't have to chug it, bro. Just want to sit down. We drink because we got this whole cocktail to drink.
Oh shit!
All right, so we're doing these. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, if you guys are tuning into Booze and News right now, that is the cocktail section. We're about to move into the second half of the show, where we are going to talk about the economy. We talk about the economy.
Time to talk about the economy,
and
bitches.
We got a logo for y'all. Let's pull this motherfucker up. This fire ass logo that we made. Ooh, too big. Man. One of these days, I keep saying this, I'm going to learn how to size these right to where they're just right when I pull them up. I haven't figured that out yet. All right. So.
So good.
It's so good. All right. Oh, and I got a sound effect. Let's see if the sound effect will play for the economy. Where is it? Where is this goddamn sound effect? It is the, oh, it's this one, I think. sweet.
That's Pink
Making it-
Floyd, huh?
No, that's did they use that sound effect?
I feel like it. Yeah. in that song.
No, it's just that is a 1927 cash register open drawer sound effect. So
Wow.
they might have used
It
the same sound
sounds
effect.
beautiful. It's a beautiful sound.
It's actual capture from that device. They might have actually used the same sound effect. I hope we're sounding good out there to everybody. Video is, of course, a lot clearer because we're using the GoPro now. We should have a background coming up soon and figuring out some better shit. But let's move right into the economy. So what I want to talk about is that the economy is fucked, as we've been discussing. It's about to be so fucked. I mean, there's a stimulus that they're trying to work out right now with some more PPP, with some more unemployment, with some more maybe cash payment, maybe $600 checks. We're not sure what we're going to get yet. Maybe $300 checks. Who knows? We're getting fucking pennies. You know what I mean?
Right.
While corporations are getting millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. But it's not going to be enough. And we're about to be fucked. And we're about to see what we've been talking about, the rise of the depression, the next depression, the greatest depression, the greater depression, whatever you want to call it. This is what's coming in 2021. Hell, I don't think it'll be here before Christmas, but you know what? We'll fucking see. We'll see, Albert. It's getting bleak. But what I wanted to talk about is that our senseless and terrible spending habits and seemingly unlimited credit has developed a market full of con men, of grifters, of snake oil salesmen who have just been exploiting the regular people, taking all the goddamn money, and this crash has been coming.
Right.
All we've been doing is building a bubble this whole fucking time. The bubble just keeps blowing up.
Right.
Everybody's like, "Oh, the market's at all times high." What do you mean that the stock market's gonna crash? Look at it. It's all time high right now, Albert. It is. The market's at a halt. What do you mean it's gonna happen? What do you mean that there's fucking almost 20 million people that are behind on rent for the first time in 100 years? What do you mean that there's millions of people right now that have a forbearance on their house because they can't pay their mortgage? What do you mean that you have people that are standing in lines for food because they can't even afford food? In fact, they're not even standing in lines because of COVID. They're in their car burning gas, right? Which is money they don't have to wait for food because they can't stand in line. We have these car lines now.
Right.
That's the modern day bread line. We are so fucked. Unemployment is reaching levels. As of yesterday, we had 885,000 new cases in a week for unemployment.
Jesus
At this
Christ.
point of the pandemic. I mean, we were having millions of people a day in the beginning of the pandemic, but that slowed down for a while. We're getting back up there again. So it is bleak as fuck. And when the depression hits, what we want to talk about is what happens. What happens when a bubble pops? And we can tell you about what happens because it's happened before.
It's insanity, right?
Well, we can look at what's happened before in history because history repeats itself, right?
Yes, it does.
And so what happens in a depression when a bubble pops is deflation. And deflation, we're going to pull up a graphic for you guys. Or actually, deflation is basically, if I give you a simple definition, right, is when people stop spending money. They stop buying shit either because they either have no money or they hoard it or because of economic uncertainty, whatever. They just stop spending. And there's a little video that I found on YouTube. It's very, very short that we're going to pull up of a guy kind of explaining to you what it's like a little PowerPoint basically of what the fuck deflation is, right? Oop, that's the wrong one. Here. So that's what it says. As more money is spent, as less money is spent, it decreases the demand for things, which means manufacturing goes down, right?
Right.
And when manufacturing goes down, that causes layoffs, which causes more unemployment, right?
Right.
Which means more people have less money. And this is what's called a spiral, because this effect starts to spiral. That's why it's called a deflationary spiral, because people they don't have the money to spend. They then, the ones that do, hoard their money because prices start dropping.
Right.
So they go, oh, why would I buy this at this price when next week it could be even cheaper? But that hoarding it causes more layoffs, right? Causes it to get worse. I got a little graphic for us because some people are visual learners out there.
I'm kind of a visual learner.
And so this graphic should help. Let's pull this up to explain what's going on. So if you see this circle, it's the deflationary spiral circle. So let's just start at the top. So you have falling demand, right? Falling demand causes falling prices. Falling prices cause debt defaults, which means people can't pay their debts back, right? Then that causes bankruptcies, which causes layoffs and wage reductions, which goes back into falling demand,
Right.
which causes more falling prices, which causes debt defaults, which causes further bankruptcies, which causes further layoffs and wage reductions, right?
It's just a spiral of shit.
It's true. Now, there are some benefits from this, right? Like the video pointed out, and that is that, oh, we don't want to kill that. No, we don't want to kill that. We want to kill this. We want to kill the deflationary spiral, which we want to kill. Now, the thing is, the deflationary spiral is good in some ways, Albert. One, it starts to level the playing field up. Because right now we live in a basically a society that's had a lot of inflation, right?
Right.
To where our wages haven't really increased over the last 2 decades,
Right.
20, 30 years. They haven't really increased, you know what I mean?
Right.
But prices have gone up.
Yeah.
Think about the price of housing, like we talked about. Like even just 10 years ago, when I got out of high school, right? This is 14 years ago, whatever. But when I got out of high school, and I wanted an apartment, right? I was paying. The first apartment that I had on my own was a 2-bedroom apartment for $600 in Austin. 2-bedroom.
That's amazing.
And I was a bike ride away from downtown. The same apartment I looked up 2 years ago, right?
Oh God.
It's almost $1,300. So it's doubled.
Yeah.
But where have wages gone? They haven't doubled.
Right.
They've barely gone up at all. Maybe $1 or $2 an hour, maybe. Mm-hmm. And so that's the problem, is that and we talked about this before when we talked about how if minimum wage had kept up with itself since 1979, minimum wage would be like at what, $20-something an hour, right? The average salary would be like $40,000 a year on minimum wage versus like $20-something thousand a year. And so this is the problem that we're living in. This is not all based on COVID. People think that this is all based on COVID, but this has been going on for 40 years, really.
Yeah.
But it's really been noticeable in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of fucked. What do you think about that, Albert?
I think a lot of stuff. I actually think about I kind of came to terms with how things really were after my first marriage ended, and I was after my divorce and I was kind of on my own. Oh, I was on my own. I was living with a roommate and stuff, with my cousin and another guy. But understanding money had never hit me until that moment. And what I understood very quickly was that the system is rigged and it's corrupt, and we're so far behind in the way things are that it's insane. Mm-hmm. Basically, the way the system is rigged is that, if you don't force yourself through college and force yourself to have a specific job, then you are going to suffer at the hand of the government. The government has made you're going to be in a shitty situation. And the issue with that is, well, if I go work at KFC or McDonald's, I'm working for $1 billion corporation. Mm-hmm. You're telling me I'm making fucking $25,000 a year?
Right.
Makes no fucking sense.
Well,
I don't give a
and we talked about that. We actually spent a whole episode, if you remember, talking about the raising minimum wage to $15 an hour.
Right.
Which would literally cost the companies like barely anything. They would have to, even if they wanted to keep their profit margins similar to what they are, all they would have to do is raise the cost of like a meal by like 50 cents.
Right. And some people have suggested that are against minimum wage being raised is that, oh, you can't raise it because then everything else is going to go up. Well, there has to be something that happens within the government
regulation.
Exactly. There has to be a cap on at some point.
Right, but we stopped regulating in the 80s.
Exactly. And that
when
has
Ronald
to
Reagan
change.
came into power,
Yeah.
we stopped regulating.
And Ronald Reagan fucked everybody. What's going to have to happen? What's going to happen, whether people like it or not, is that there is going to have to be a cap on rent. There's going to have to be a cap on property taxes. Well, there's going to have to be a cap on a lot of things.
There's going to need to be some kind of regulation, right?
Either that, or if you don't want to pay people more, then you got to make a cap on everything. Something has to give, and nothing has given yet.
And so next week, maybe not next week because of the holiday special, but we're going to follow this segment up. Maybe we'll do it next week because it's important. But we're going to follow this segment up with how do we fix it? Because we've been telling you like different problems and what's been going on, but we're going to talk about maybe some solutions to this. And there are different ideas out there. There's taxation. There is the idea of debt forgiveness, right? Like medical, college debt, total debt forgiveness. Some European countries have totally forgiven debt. There's a concept called debt jubilee, and so we will go into this. Soon.
What's fascinating too about some of the most expensive places to live in the United States, New York, L.A. Mm-hmm. I lived in L.A. before, and I follow people that talk about real estate in New York. They'll tell you, you're gonna have bed bugs. Let me tell you something, people. Why in New York, one of the most expensive places, including L.A., one of the most expensive places to live? Why am I having to worry about bed bugs? I'll tell you why. Because the property has been there since the 40s.
Right.
And there has accumulated, nature has taken force, and there has now become bed bugs, which will fuck your whole life up. And does New York or LA reinnovate or put money into these complexes to get the bed? Nope. They don't do nothing.
Right.
They raise the rent, the bed bugs stay, you move in, and you get fucked. It's happened to me. Okay,
I gotta take a piss.
It's literally happened to me.
I gotta take a piss, Albert. But you tell a story real quick because you had a really good story about when you went to LA and the only way that you could get by was the fact about the dollar stores. I don't know if we've told this story before.
I'll tell it.
All right, I'll be right back.
So guys, basically, what Jonathan is talking about is, if you look up information about New York or LA, one of the most expensive places that you can live in the United States, they're going to bring up bed bugs. Okay, so. The reason why there's bed bugs, one of the main reasons is because these apartment complexes have been there since over such a long period of time that these bed bugs are basically engraved into the blueprint of these complexes. So you're gonna go spend up to $2,000 to live in a place and get fucking bed bugs. And you tell me how that makes sense? Doesn't make sense. What needs to happen is they need to fucking reevaluate the fucking complex and make it a better, healthier, but they don't do that. They fucking squeeze out every dime you got.
Oh, and prices just go up. And the thing is that it's outrageous, right? Because, well, what? I lived in San Francisco for 5 years.
Right.
Everybody who works in San Francisco in like the service industry, they don't even live in San Francisco anymore for the most part. They commute in.
Right.
Because you think the people that work at Google, I worked at Google. Do you think they make their own fucking lunch? Right?
Right.
Like I had to drive. It took me to get to Palo Alto or whatever. It took me like over an hour to get there to make these motherfuckers lunch.
Right.
And give them drinks. You know what I mean? You can't
That's
afford
insane.
to live there anymore.
No.
And yeah, I had to do all my shopping at the dollar stores or whatever.
Oh yeah, so yeah, when I lived in California, they have dollar stores in California. I don't know what it's like in Europe, but in California, they have dollar stores that are designed like grocery stores. They're huge.
Yeah.
They're huge dollar stores. And they can actually keep you alive in LA. But the problem is, if you're gonna have to make sure you live in a specific complex. Don't rent an apartment that has carpet. Because there's probably going to be bed bugs in there. Yeah.
Well, this is a good topic. Next week when we come back with this, on the next episode where we talk about the economy, we're going to talk about some ways we can fix it. All right, Albert, because there are things that we can do, And we just got to be bold. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And we have to stop letting, like we talked about earlier, this small fraction of people who are the 0.1% of society, right? The
Right.
ultra billionaire, the mega billionaire. They're the ones that influence all the policy because they give all the money to the PACs and the super PACs and they lobby. You know what I mean? Fuck them.
Right.
That's not even 1% of the society
Yeah.
that gets everything. We're seeing it right now with the stimulus.
Yeah.
They get all the money in the bailout. We can barely get a $600 check. We don't even know if we're gonna get a $600 check.
Nope.
So, anyway, that's motherfucking the economy for this week. No good news, but hey, the depression, it's coming. So we're gonna move on to the. It's here, I should say. So we're gonna move on to the next segment. Albert, this is one of your segments here. Let's pull up Spoats, and I got a little sound effect for the Spoats. For Spouts.
Are you gonna play? Oh yeah, let's play
Here's the
this.
sound effect. There you go. That's your sound effect. All right, buddy. So this week in sports, what are we talking about?
Well, we're actually talking about a different type of sport, which is the internet sport, which is gaming. Mm-hmm. Which is basically like
Blowing the fuck up.
it's and honestly, it's like watching sports because
Big money.
Yeah, you have people watching it have no connection with the actual thing, and it's a win or lose situation. So it's gaming. Watching gaming is almost exactly like watching a football game, which is
Well, it's just different. It's just different priorities.
Right.
Because millennials and Gen Zers just don't care about traditional sports in the same way that they used to, especially Gen Z.
right,
Like, especially Gen Z.
right,
They don't.
And why
They don't
would-
give a fuck about football.
right.
And I understand why. Because
Yeah.
because
It's
why?
lame. It's lame. Well, the whole
It's lame,
concept.
yeah. There's commercials. There's fucking all this bullshit.
And you go to a game and it's kind of fun because it's kind of like this big event. But then you fucking go get a Coke or a hot dog and they're
Oh my
charging
God.
you. They're charging you like you're a fucking moron. It's like, well, then
Even the game's expensive for the most part.
Come here again. Yeah, because they charge you like you're a fucking piece of shit.
And that's the beauty of e-gaming too, is that you can watch all this shit at home
Exactly.
for free.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
If I want to see some sort of competitive competition, like sports, I can sit my ass at home, eat whatever I want for free,
That's right.
and that's it. Why the fuck would I go to a goddamn fucking stadium? You know?
It's true.
Well, they're gonna fucking fuck me up the ass with those goddamn prices.
So you sent me a clip. I want to play this. I want to play this clip that you sent me because this is pretty interesting, man. And I know this is not the first time that something like this has ever happened, right? Like this has happened before. But this is, I think, one of the youngest people who have made this kind of money off of gaming.
And this will certainly be a story going forward, guys. I'm going to talk about, and I hope you guys can all understand, complete shock is what is crossing my mind for this year of 2020 because it keeps on getting all the more weird. We now talk about an 8-year-old gamer known for the Fortnite scene, apparently, who has now signed a reported, both by Darren, if you guys do not know, from the Action Network, as well as several other sources now. He is signed with an esports team known as Team 33 at the age of just 8 years old, which includes a showcasing of his $5,000 setup, apparently a very fancy watch on the young man's hand, and a signing bonus reportedly, yes, being in the figure of $33,000. That is a signing bonus for an 8-year-old gamer to just join the team. Let him know. I mean, who knows what the kid's salary might be. And if you guys are thinking right now, how is this possible? What is going on? What am I doing with my life? All three of those thoughts are currently also in my head as stories are now breaking left and right around this. I will tell you guys this. It was actually last month where I first heard about Team 33 thanks to Wicked Good Gaming. They actually had the first tweets out there around this, which is apparently going to be a Hollywood-based gaming team, esports team.
All right. Sorry, where's the clip stop? All right, so so that kid, Joseph Dean, is an 8-year-old gamer who is now a professional esports team gamer for Team 33. I gotta Google this. I wonder what this means in Latin. Ludo et Vincit. Let's see what this is in Latin. Ludo. What was it? Ludo et Vincit. Let's see. Oh wait, I misspelled it. Ludo et Vincit. Vincit. It doesn't give me. What does it mean? It doesn't give me. All right, so I gotta do. All right, talk about this kid. I'm gonna look up this translation. So this kid, Joseph Dean, he's 8 years old. He's got $33,000.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
Well, he apparently was just some kid that was hustling on the internet, posting lots of videos of him playing video games online. Got a following enough to capture the interest of some people looking for basically employees to have on their program, their major gaming program, and they like this kid. And like I said, like I don't think the industry or a business gives a damn about how old you are. I think if you're putting in the time and the effort, they're going to give you a job. This kid just happens to be 8 years old.
So first of all, not only is he making $33,000 signing bonus, they also gave him a computer setup worth $5,000. So that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Now I did translate. So he is a part of this thing called Team 33, which is Ludo et Vincit. I'm mispronouncing that because it's Latin, but it does translate in English to "and wins the game," which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is the future. I think of sports. I think it's going to be, and this is it's like what we're doing. Everything
Right.
is moving from like major networks, it's like news even. People are going to stop watching mainstream news, and they're going to get all their shit from online news, online journalism. Same thing with gaming. Why the fuck would you watch football when you could watch what you actually want to watch for free online, right?
Exactly.
And you can eat whatever the fuck you want at home. You know what I mean? It's all, and these guys are making bank. There's plenty of incentive to be an online gamer. I got a chart here. This is fucking crazy shit, dude. What is this ad block thing? Okay. All right, so let's look at these numbers. Where are we at? Okay. This is some of the highest paid gamers, the top 25 highest paid esports players in 2020, okay? There's a guy from Brazil that has won 300,000. And when is this article posted? Let me see. This was as of June. So this is changed.
Okay.
This is 6 months ago. But as of June, there's a guy named Paulo Damo da Rosa who plays Magic the Gathering, which I love. You know I play that shit.
Yeah.
He's made over $300,000 this year
Wow.
playing a fucking a digital card game, or you know what I mean? Damn. How about this guy? Troy Jaroslawski from Canada has made $210,000 this year playing Rainbow Six. Another fun game. First-person shooter. What else we got here? There's some other fun games. Oh, StarCraft. Oh, I'm going to be playing this too. StarCraft 2. I'm playing it on the Twitch, the Booza News. There's a guy named Lee Bong-ryol. I'm mispronouncing that badly, but he's Korean. This year alone, he has made, what does it say? He has made $155,000 plus this year alone playing StarCraft. I mean, and these guys are all young. The guy that plays Magic, he's my age, 32. That's my age. The guy that's playing Rainbow Six, 23. The guy that's playing StarCraft, 26. These are all young. Look at this one, 16 years old. Jaden Ashman. He goes by Wolfies. He's from the United Kingdom. He plays Fortnite, and he has made $130,000 this year. Look at his total income that he's made off of gaming. He's 16 years old. He has made over $1 million. $1,300,000. 16.
It's fucking insane.
So we're happy to bring you esports news. If you guys like it, comment. If there's any sports that you want us to talk about, like esports gaming, we want to talk about it because sports is sports, and it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's.
Let me just say something about these gamers. From what I understand about people that are doing this, they are not. They are definitely. Their lives are dedicated to these games. So they are. But
so is any athlete. So is any gamer. So is any athlete.
You're 100%. You're 100%.
Yeah.
You're 100%. But you're right. It is. It is pretty much the exact same thing. The only thing is that the time is being put on the online.
The difference is that it's mined. It's online is one thing, but the difference is that It's what these people do. It's all like the sports of the mind.
Yeah.
And what like physical athletes do, football, the Olympics, basketball, whatever, that's all physical. Now, of course, there's a mental element to physical sports too. You got to know how to play and,
Yeah, of
and, you know what I mean,
course.
outsmart somebody. But that does limit who can play it,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Dude, you could be in a wheelchair and be one of these guys. You're not limited by your physical, fucking capabilities.
Yeah.
You're not limited by your physical capabilities with e-gaming. And that's
true.
beautiful also.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, that's sports for this week. I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll be back with some sports. If there's anything that you want us to touch on, give us a comment. You know, we want to. Sports is such a broad spectrum, and we can only talk about one thing a week. You know what I mean?
Bingo, bango.
Bingo, bango, getting drunko.
It's a good ass drinko.
El Minto. All right. So we got one last segment for you before we leave you guys for this week. Having a good episode so far. Hope you guys are liking it. We got more and more good shit coming y'all's way. The last thing we're gonna do, of course, is what we always leave y'all with, is Albert's Corner. It's one of my favorite segments because who the fuck knows what is going to be Albert's Corner each week? It's the mystery news of the week, you know.
There we go. Hell yeah.
It's the mystery news. All right, so let's make this good in the corner here. All right, Albert. So what do we got this week for Albert's news? What do we got?
Well, we're talking about pets.
Mhm.
Pets that are overweight, that are obese.
My fat dog is gone right now.
Your dog is not overweight.
He is overweight.
Nah, well,
He's on the threshold of obese.
Okay, well, but compared to the shit that we see online, though.
Oh yeah, what we're about to look at is morbid obesity.
Right.
This is pet obesity. Yeah.
I think your dog is in the spectrum of probably the norm, actually.
Well, he's
but-
he's chonky,
Yeah.
and I think he's like, I think there. Well, we'll get into it, but I think there is a propensity of people that like to overfeed their animals.
Yes, and I want to get into that on the psychological level on what that is about.
Oh, I have a clip for a sound effect. I keep forgetting the sound effects, bro. I got a new one for you. Let me know what you think about this one. Let's see. What did I have for Albert? I had a fun one. It was this one. What do you think about this for the Albert sound effect? There you go.
I love that.
Yeah, little xylophone. Oh wait, stop it. That's a different one.
Okay,
That's typewriter.
I love
xylophone.
Okay, so basically, the clip that we have is a dog that some people found that was morbidly obese,
They found him,
or I think
or they
something
fed
like
the shit out of him.
they weren't the original owners,
Uh-huh.
and they found this dog overweight. I don't know how they found him, I forgot, but they found this dog overweight, and they basically put him on a path to lose the weight.
Here we go. We gotta pull it up here.
Yeah.
It
Fuck,
was,
dude.
I mean, it was shocking to.
So yeah,
shocking
someone
to
else
see.
did this, and these people that you're watching are, as you can see, they're trying to get him back to a.
Was that a
normal.
beagle?
It looks like a beagle, yeah. But here's the thing: I have known people
Average,
in my past.
Weight for a beagle would probably
My
be
ex-wife's
25, 30,
stepfather
30-ish pounds.
would feed his
so to see a
pugs
beagle 90 pounds
eggs.
and it's
Now here's the
never too
thing,
late
or anything. Here's the thing:
to start.
you are not supposed to give dogs and cats human food.
That's not true. You can, but the thing is
You
that
have to give them specific food.
specific food portions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been going through this with my dog recently. So my dog has some kind of allergy, and what I've been trying to do is figure out what the allergy is by trying different foods, seeing what his reaction is. Right? There's actually a thing that a friend of mine told me about. It's like an allergy diet that's faster that I haven't tried yet. Right? Which is like basically giving him nothing but this
Right.
for a couple of days, then this, right? Figure out what it is.
Right.
So my dog is a hound dog mix, right? Like a coon hound.
Mm-hmm.
And something's wrong because he keeps getting ear infections. and he keeps getting anal gland infect. Like his glands are getting infected.
Okay.
And it's out. And the vet told me it's something to do with his allergies, like food allergy.
Right.
Now, mostly what we've been giving him is dry food.
Okay.
Now, he gets some human food, too, which is why he is obese, which is why he is overweight.
Right.
He's on that threshold. You've seen him. He's not morbidly obese, but he's overweight. You know what I mean?
Right.
He definitely can't go run as fucking, as much as he
Yeah, no,
should.
I don't. You know him better than I do. As far as.
But he also doesn't. There's also not another pet here, so we used to have other animals around, and that gives him exercise.
Right.
But I think the thing is that there's like I said, there's a propensity with people they want to spoil their dog, right?
They want right.
Oh,
But it's not
he's
healthy.
hungry. He needs a donut. Your dog doesn't need a fucking donut. Your dog never needs a donut.
And here's my thing about that. So here's my issue with that. Okay, you want to spoil your dog. You want him to feel good. It makes you feel good. To make him feel good or her feel good. Whatever I get that. But do your research. Feed your dog treats that are meant for his digestive system.
That's right, because you're not making him feel good. What you're doing is you're giving your goddamn dog diabetes.
What you're doing is being lazy. It's lazy.
It's
fucking lazy.
And you can give your dog diabetes.
Exactly.
You can give your dog cancer. You can give it, you know what I mean?
Oh, my dog who I love is sniffing my donut. Maybe I should let him try my donut. No, motherfucker.
Oh, he loves.
Why don't you?
Oh, you know what my dog loves? Eclairs and bear claws. Of course he does, because he's a fucking dog.
He doesn't know any better.
Doesn't know any better.
Okay, you're supposed to be the one in charge. You want to give your dog a treat? Give him a treat, but don't give him a fucking treat that he's not supposed to.
My dog will
have.
eat pretty much anything.
Exactly, he's a fucking animal, and that's the point of this. It's that
he doesn't know what's good for him.
This isn't about. We want to love our dogs and we want to treat them good, and we want to award them. Do all that, but
I'm gonna look up some more fat animals real quick before we go, because
way that is meant for their digestive system.
Let's see if I can find another clip real quick, like a little quick compilation, because this is a real problem, dude. Like, obesity is a problem in America, but fat animals is another problem. And it's sad because it's not even their own fault. It's because people are basically force feeding them.
Well, basically what it shows is that if you're feeding your dog bacon, and I live with if you're feeding your dog fucking bullshit, that shows a sign of that about you. That you're not if you're not taking care of your dog correctly, then you're obviously not taking care of yourself correctly, because you could look it up within 2 seconds. Should I give my dog this? But you don't do that. You choose not to do that, and you choose to just do what you want to do, which is hurting your fucking animal. And people got to stop doing this bullshit. There are plenty of treats out there for dogs that are healthy for them. Don't just give them the shit that you're eating at the moment. Come on now. We could do better than that. That's a bunch of horse shit. Oh, well, I'm eating fucking ice cream. You want some ice cream? Oh, I'm eating fucking Burger King. You want some Burger King? Stop doing that bullshit. That's some lazy ass shit. Come on now.
Oh my god, dude. I found this real quick. How long is this video? We're just going to play a clip from this for these people. All right, give me a second. This is crazy, dude. This is fucking nuts right here. Wait, where's the OBS? All right, oh shit, pulled it up. All right, let's look at this real quick. Where's it at? We gotta go to a browser. This is a 173-pound fucking golden retriever,
exactly.
Dude.
And when you're a real animal lover,
like it shouldn't even be 100 pounds. Probably like I would say a golden retriever, like 80 maybe.
Yeah,
exactly.
Look at this fucking sad boy. He could probably barely walk.
Really was.
Yeah.
I took him to our vet, and he just said it's the fattest dog he'd ever seen, and thought he should lose roughly 100 pounds. The previous owners had taken him in to actually put him down because he was having a hard time.
Look at him, he loves life.
And the vet just
Let me tell you something.
He loved that dog. Is happy. He loves life.
And guess what?
He's just too damn fat.
I guarantee you, because I know this from experience, if you take in an animal that's used to a certain amount of food every day, when you don't give him that food or her that food, they're going to whine.
Well, yes, because
they're used to it, and I deal with that right now.
But that's the same thing with people.
Yeah,
if people are too fat. But let's look at this. Look, this is where they start getting him exercise and cutting his food down, and they get this dog to lose weight. Looks like.
Yeah.
There was little things every day that you would just think, wow, he couldn't do that before.
So cute. Look at that. That's beautiful.
One day he like licked his back legs. And
Couldn't even
then,
lick his goddamn
sure
back
enough,
legs.
Yeah.
He started,
Look here. Look how thin he looks here.
I mean, he's a fucking animal. He shouldn't be fucking over.
Look at this.
Down
Look at
into
this.
Little tiny steps. Kai worked harder than
He can run. He can fucking run.
Animal
Oh my
I
God,
have ever
that's
known in my life
amazing.
to get to where he could enjoy life again. All he wanted was to have fun and be part of a family.
I'm gonna cry, bro.
He just never
That's some
gave
sad
up.
shit.
People might have
But you
given
know
up
what?
on
People,
him,
it's
but
sad because this
he
is
never
good.
gave up
These
on
people.
himself. By the
Parents, and let me say something. People do this to their children. People will overfeed their children.
Oh yeah.
Just like the way they feel they overfeed dogs. It's a mental illness.
Right.
Okay, the fact that you overlook science,
Right.
and do what you want to do,
Right.
you have a mental condition. Once you do that, you have a mental condition, and there's no if and of. There's nothing about that that's gonna change that. If you're feeding your dog part of your fucking hamburger,
Right.
because you didn't finish it, you got fucking mental problems. Okay.
Well, we're gonna leave it there because you're right, dude. And you know what? I think maybe one of these days we'll get into that when we have more time about mental illness and about. And this is not just about animals.
Yeah.
This is about people too.
It is.
All right, so that's going to be it for Albert's Corners for this week. We're going to move into the end of the show. We hope you guys enjoyed the show this week. Remember, we are tuning in at a new time. It's going to be at Saturdays at 2 p.m. Facebook Live, not live. This is now going to be on Facebook. Just posted on there. We do have a live show that we're going to be doing, Albert, right?
That's right.
What's it called?
It's called the Happy Half Hour, live and uncut show.
Well, we get fucked up.
We get fucked up
And
for 30 minutes, and we listen to your questions. And
Any kind, we give you kind of a recap, and if you have anything you want to tell us, you can tell us there. But we're gonna go ahead and leave you guys with a song that was submitted to us this week. And Albert and I are gonna do our drunk doodles, which is one of my favorite things that we do. Ready to do a drunk doodle?
that's right. We're gonna auction them off, right?
But you can also, if you can also follow us on Twitch. Yeah, if you guys want to buy a drunk doodle, buy a drunk doodle. Yeah, join us on Twitch every week. I'm going to be gaming with some folks, talking current events and politics, getting fucked up. We have Instagram. Make sure you follow us on Booze and News and Instagram for exclusive content. Don't forget to participate in our polls on Facebook. Ask us questions. Check out previous episodes. If you can give us money, go to paypal.me/boozeinnews. Albert and I are doing this right now for nothing. And, we've been buying a bunch of gear. As you can see, every week we're making things better, and it's just like making our credit score go down. So if you can help us out at all.
Right.
Help
Well,
us-
John, you've been buying the gear, and I've been putting a lot of time into trying to get the show out, promote it, editing things.
Well, we can use your help. We can
We
definitely
could
use your help
use your
to buy
help,
new shit. And we
guys.
have more stuff going on. So if you can donate it all, $5, $10, whatever, it all fucking helps. If you want to be a part of our street team, help us share shit online. Even that is something that we like. If you can't give us any money, if you want to be a part of the street team, if you want to help us share videos, help us share original memes that we're making, we appreciate every little thing like that. Even just liking the post, watching, you know what I mean? We appreciate every little thing.
Yes, we do.
And we are very appreciative of this band that has donated a track for us to play tonight to close our show out. Okay, and this is a friend of mine's band named Slow Turn, and this is a song called Charles Barkles, which I think is a play on Charles Barkley. So enjoy the song. We're gonna do our drunk doodles for you guys, and we will see you guys next week at a special time on Tuesday, December 22nd for a Christmas special. Tuesday 22nd for the Christmas special, okay? Live on Facebook. right, you motherfuckers. Thanks for tuning in to episode 7 of Booze and News. We will be back again with y'all next week. Check out the Instagram. Check out everything. Here's my drunk doodle. I did me a little drunk bird. Booze and News, a happy half hour. And he's a big, fat, morbidly obese ducky. What you got? Let me see.
I just got different ways of putting booze in news.
Booze and News.
That's a drunk doodle.
That's a drunk doodles. And here we go. Another drunk doodle right here.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
Thank you guys. Cheers. We will see y'all next time. And we love you.
Bye.
Bye.